Hey guys, it's me. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my transitioning and growth plan. I know transitioning and being on a full hair journey for 3 years, and I'll start with my timeline. As you can see, it's by month, so it's broken up into every 4 months. So I just got a trim for the month of February, and then my next trim will be June, followed by October, and then again February, June, October. Those are my 3 trim months. My hair is currently 11 inches from the nape of my neck. My goal is for it to be 18 to 20 inches from the nape of my neck, and I'll show you what it looks like. Measure from the nape of my neck, I mean starting from right here. So I take it right here, and about 11 inches is right here. So my hair right now, my current length is about right here. When I pull it forward, like right here, it's about here straight. And my goal is to get it to be about 18 inches. So from there, it'll be, from the front, it'll come down to right here. And then from the back, it'll come about down the bottom of my back. And I'm thinking about going to 20 inches, which is like tailbone length. And that would be about here. But I'm happy with 18 inches. That's my first goal, let's just say, for length. This is the model that I created, just a countdown of how I'm going to show you my process. So I did the math, and I started transitioning back into natural hair October 20th, 2012, and I figured that it would take about 36 months for my hair to grow from the nape of my neck to 18 inches, because 36 divided by 2, which is half inch a month, is 18. So that about 32 months. So I have 11 inches of full growth over the course of between now and October, I guess. I mean, since including trims. I have 2 inches of new growth. So 2 inches of my hair is natural from the root, and the rest of the 9 inches that hangs is processed ends. So basically I'm currently like between 7 and 9 inches away. And yes, I use a ruler when I trim, so I make sure I'm on the right mark and I'm doing it correctly. So I have a battle that I'm having with myself. Like I said, as a child, I've always had waist length hair, and until I became a teenager and ruined it from a lack of knowledge on how to take care of hair, I couldn't get it past bra strap length. And I want waist to tailbone length hair again, and I'm determined to get there. It's funny because I just had a conversation with my mom. She was like, I showed her a picture of what my goal is, and she was just like, okay. And I'm like, I'm gonna prove it to you, I can do it. So, you know, I've seen other people do it, why can't I do it, you know? Especially if I have all the mathematics set, and I'm doing what I said I'm gonna do. I mean, and if my hair does its job and growing, which it should, it should be good. And keeping up with my trims and just making sure I'm trimming the right amount, I feel like I have this in the bag. And so because I'm going natural, I'm constantly at battle with myself on whether or not I want to be fully natural again first, or if I want the length first. So here we go. This is battle number 1. I have 3 plans. Plan number 1 is that natural hair is the most important. I want to grow my natural hair out for a full year. So that means between October 20th, 2012, which we just passed, till October 20th, 2013, which will be this year. Then cut it into a cute little blunt A-line bob. I've always wanted to do it, but I've always been scared to actually fall through with it. That way I have a style, and I would have cut all the relaxed ends from the nape of my neck. It'll be like, the whole back section will be natural. The only parts will be the front that will have some ends that's not a problem. It'll grow in, but I'll be at least closer, you know. Also, just so you guys know, I'm never ever gonna do a big chop. Big chop to me means, like, you know, you go in the mirror, you see where the demarcation line is, and then you cut that line all over your head. I can't do that. I don't care how long my hair is. I'm not doing a big chop. I need some sort of style. Cannot just have random length hairs everywhere. Plan number 2 is meet in the middle. Still growing out my natural hair for 3 years, but every like 4 months I will cut off an inch. So if I had 9 inches of relaxed ends, I would need 9 cuts, cutting off 1 inch within the realm of 3 years, so that I can gradually have the natural hair and length. Like for instance, I just got my hair trimmed this February, and I got scared. I only got cut off a ½ inch. So right now it's at 11 inches from the nape of my neck, which leaves me with 9 inches of processed ends and 2 inches of new growth. So in June of 2013, I would have grown to 13 inches from the nape of my neck. Cut off 1 inch leaves me with 8 inches of processed ends and 4 inches of new growth. Now it's 12 inches from the nape of my neck. So yes, I made it to a year here. October 20th, 2013. That means it would have grown to 14 inches from nape of neck. If I cut off 1 inch, it leaves me with 7 inches of processed ends and 6 inches of new growth. Now total will be 13 inches from the nape of my neck. Just in case you're wondering, the little squiggly line means that's how much new growth has grown in. Everything above it means it's new growth. Anything below it means it's processed. So next year, February 20th, 2014, it would have grown to 15 inches from the nape of my neck. If I cut off 1 inch, it leaves me with 6 inches of processed ends, and I'll have 8 inches of new growth. And now in total, it'll be 14 inches from the nape of my neck. Here's June 20th, 2014. It would have grown 16 inches from the nape of my neck. If I cut off 1 inch, it leaves me with 5 inches of processed ends and 10 inches of new growth. Now 15 inches from the nape of my neck. Made it to year 2, October 20th, 2014. It would have grown to 17 inches from the nape of my neck, and cut off 1 inch leaves me with 4 inches of processed ends and 12 inches of new growth. Now it'll be total 6 inches from the nape of my neck. Okay, so it's February 20th, 2015. It would have grown to 18 inches, yay, from the nape of my neck, but then I have to cut off 1 inch, which leaves me about 3 inches of processed ends and 14 inches of new growth. Now in total, I'm at 17 inches from the nape of my neck. Okay, June 20th, 2015 would have grown to 19 inches from the nape of my neck. If I cut off 1 inch, it leaves me with 2 inches of processed ends and 16 inches of new growth, and now I'm at 18 inches again. Last but not least, October 20th, 2015, I have reached my 3-year goal, and it would have grown to 20 inches from the nape of my neck. If I cut off 2 inches, it leaves me with 0 processed ends and 18 inches of new growth. Now, total of 18 inches, natural, and I've reached my goal. Yay! Waist length hair. I hope I didn't torture you too much with my planning. But anyway, on to plan 3, which is length is most important. I'll pretty much be doing the same thing, but instead of taking off 1 inch every 4 months, I'll be taking off a ½ inch instead. So I'll be reaching my waist length goal a lot faster. I'll actually be reaching it by October of next year, October 20th, 2014 instead of 2015. And the only difference with this is that I will have more processed ends because I wouldn't be cutting off as much. So I don't know how I'm going to deal with that if I want to like have 2 textures for that long, but this is pretty much what's going to look like. So more processed ends than if I were to just do it 1 inch, which will gradually equal less processed ends, but we'll see how it works out. Those are my 3 plans. Now, my long-term regimen is I plan on putting henna in my hair every 2 months to strengthen it, to keep my hair manageable, and trims every 4 months, like I said. My protective styles are braids and buns, like my bun cuff. Yeah, I made it myself. And I only plan on straightening my hair every time when I'm about to trim it, and maybe once in between those 4 months. And I'm using sulfate-free shampoo. I only use a neutralizer, which is sulfate shampoo, when I'm about to straighten my hair to get all the excess buildup off. I deep condition my hair every time I wash, and after I wash, I seal with moisture. I seal the moisture in my hair with coconut oil and shea butter mix. I then put a light curly pudding moisturizer to style my hair, and I add gel last to keep my hair laid on my edges. My mental is I'm having a hard time with this journey because I'm very impatient, and I want to already be at my goal, both goals of long hair and natural hair. But I try different styles often just to be doing something different every week. But because I'm not where I want to be in my transition or journey, I'm very anxious. I currently do not like my haircut because although the back is blunt, which is fine, my front broke off, like I said, and I had to cut long bangs due to the bleach I put in my hair last year on top of other chemicals it came in contact with. Let me emphasize, I hate layers. Like really hate them. I am a one length blunt kind of girl, you know, and I want my hair to be all one length. This is part of the reason why I'm having a battle with plan 1, 2, and 3, because I figure my long bangs will be shoulder length by October 20, 2013, and I could cut them back. I can then cut the back to meet that and have a blunt bob, and the majority of my process ends off, but I also don't want to do that because obviously length is very important to me. So that concludes my detailed 3-year hair journey and what I've mathematically thought of in my head for myself. And I hope it works. I hope I follow through with every goal and milestone, and we shall see what happens. Keep posted on my monthly updates, which I should be posting actually in the next couple days. And yeah, see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Hey, I can be the answer. I'm ready to dance when the vamp up. And when I hit that dip, get your camera. You can see even that bitch shit's the camper. And digging that young sister beacon. The bitch who wants to compete. And I can freak fit that pump with the peep. And you know what your bitch become when her weeping. I just wanna sip that punch with your peeps. And sit in that lunch if you're treating. Kick it with your bitch who come from Parisian. She know where to get mine from in the season. Now she wanna lick my plum in the evening. And fit that tongue